sailing the Tangaroa.
We've just pulled up in the dinghy. We passed a croc on the way in, sunbaking.
We've got one moving in on us now.
And then one at the other end. He's seen us and he is coming over.
He's just gone under.
Oh, he's just gone under.
He's coming over.
Sneaky bugger.
Is that him just there?
Look at his head.
He's big enough. Oh. We're up in another Kimberley rock art site, and this image of a boat with 5 men in it is believed to be one of the oldest paintings of a boat, which we think is pretty cool because we all like drawing and painting boats. So yeah, we made a bit of an effort and walked through the Spinifex. My legs are like itching like crazy at the moment. Really cool image.
And then there's some people to the right hand side of them.
Bradshaws, I think they are. I don't know, they could be Bradshaws. I'm not 100% on the...
That's awesome. 5 men in a canoe. And there's also a similar picture down at another river just downstream with 4 men in a canoe. And it could be the same artist, apparently.
Wow, look at the size of this. Now look at my eyes. That's a massive shark.
Is that?
Have a look at it. It's all white, that white bit. Like, look.
Oh, wow.
And they look like the livers. I reckon they must eat the shark livers.
So I'm just blown away that we can just sail in here into this bay and yeah, come up to these amazing rocks and find Aboriginal artwork, like beautiful Aboriginal artwork. It is such a remote part of Australia and yeah, it is awesome. Here we've got a huge kangaroo.
Oh, kangaroo legs, man.
And lots of sea life, is there?
Sea fish, got mullets. Some sort of marsupials.
Got to get on the ground to view these amazing artworks. I'm getting pretty dirty.
Got you by my side in the red moonlight. It'll be alright, just fine. Ooh, oh, comforting memories of summer rain on wheat, soothing rustle of the pines and the Easter leaves, open spaces that let me breathe. Lone tree in the valley. See, I am distant.
So we've been told by quite a few people that there is no wind in the Kimberley. So I was really worried when we first set out that we'd be struggling and that we'd be motor sailing a lot. But we've just been having the most beautiful sails with plenty of wind. We've sailed into the Osborne Islands and we're hanging here for about 3 or 4 days because there's lots to see. And right now we're just checking out old mate Mr. Grandpa here, who is apparently one of the biggest Boabs in the Kimberleys.
That is one big Boab, isn't it? Cool. Looks like we've got some cool caves up ahead here. We'll go and check them out, eh, Han? Oh, sick.
This is awesome. We're at a place called The Apartments. It's like the Flintstones where they live.
Check this out.
How far back does it go? Could you see?
Oh, I don't know, but we'll check it out. It's like, there's back at least 20-30 metres. You can get lost in it for days.
Yeah.
It's just... looks like lots of animals use the caves, hey?
It's so dark in here and there's so many different little corridors.
Oh, there's a few cockle shells up here. You know what cockle shells mean?
Okay, so we're on the hunt for the Aboriginal art down here. It's meant to be on the west side of the cave, so we're heading over there. Beautiful and cool down here.
The cave's got lots of cockle shells in it. So, sort of people have been here before. So this is where we'll probably find the art, I imagine.
So we're just at a place called Snake Valley and there is a really amazing piece of art. It's a snake and it's about 7 metres long on the top of the roof of this cave. We also just had an interesting visit when we came around the point there to the beach where just before the Snake Valley was, there was a huge 4-metre croc sitting on the beach and we scared him, but he's just hanging off the back there, I think waiting for us to return. So I'm a bit scared about him actually.
He's a big one, it's the biggest one we've seen so far.
Yeah, huge. And we've heard reports that he is aggressive. Just come into the beach and a huge 4-metre lizard was just chilling on the beach. We scared him in the water, but he's out there and he is watching us. Gnarly. We're just at the Arches. Some beautiful rock formations, caves. So I'm actually finding it a little bit difficult to sleep tonight. We're at an anchorage in the Osborne Islands and there's a crocodile. That was him just there. There's a crocodile just around our boat and he's making these deep rumbling like doo 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 sounds and it's freaking me out. And I'm just in the bunk downstairs and the window is at pretty much water level, so yeah, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Are you hearing him, babe?
He's still here. I'll still hear him, yeah. Do you think it's the croc?
Yeah.
We enjoyed viewing some Bradshaw paintings at Jar Island with some fellow yachties. The ancient paintings are thought to be at least 17,000, perhaps even 25,000 years old. The figures are beautifully painted, wearing tassels, hair ornaments and sometimes clothing.
So just walked through the bush and we're checking out the DC-3 wreck.
We found out a little bit of information about this plane. It's a wreck of a DC-3 and I think they were changed to a C-53 for the Australian war effort. It's an American built plane and they built a little over 200 of them, 212 or something I think, and they were built for the Australian war effort. This plane came down in 1942 and I think it was around the same time Darwin was bombed. Everyone survived, there was just crew on board. I think there was 5 or 6 people on board and they didn't have a lot of resources to launch a a rescue party. They didn't know where they were, so they sent out a search party from Broome to find the plane, and they couldn't find them. They weren't looking far enough north. A couple of American bombers apparently spotted the plane, and then eventually they were rescued by a Qantas water plane, which landed in the bay here. Hey, sick.
I wanna wake in the morning to the sounds of the river flowing, the sunset walk to the inlet at 5 p.m.
So we're just leaving the Jar Island area. There's been some really amazing rock art here, some cool islands, and we've just headed out into the bay, hugging the coast. It's forecast to 25 to 30 knots southeast, but flat water sailing, and we're hooking along, and hopefully we're going to make some good ground today.
We're just inland and we've come across this would have been like a gun outpost.
We're just beaching the Tanga because the growth on the bum is just getting hideous again. Now out at these islands we've heard quite a few stories about massive crocs living out here. So we're just coming up the famous King George River.
Blowing up, but this is all we know. And so when the moment comes,
Time to go in.